have on hand. All right, that is it for my stream. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will definitely follow me on Instagram.
Give me 1 second. I'm still hanging out on Tiffany's channel. Just get my chat set up. I'm here, it started. All right. Where to start? I hope everyone enjoyed Tiffany's live. I feel like we're all loving this news. Stamperia. Boy, I can never say that name right. We're all loving this new line. And today I'm going to work on a piece of MDF board. I love working on MDF. I get it in a huge sheet that I think is like 7 foot by 4 foot, and then I cut it down, I drill holes, and it's like perfect substrate to work on. Karen, don't start with my nails. I broke one, my thumb, and it's tragic because I'm so used to using the point of my nail and it's not there. So let me zoom in just a little bit. All right. So I am going to use, and this glare will be gone soon, this rice paper from Stamperia. I don't know. I'll never know the right way to say it. All right. So I did cheat a little bit and get some things started. I'm going to be using a lot of chipboards from Creative Embellishments along with the rice paper because I really like all these gears she's got going on, and so I cheated a little. I had some already, and these are some resin molds, resin pieces from molds from Prima that I had already rusted up. So all right, let's get started. Okay, what am I doing? I'm gonna use some soft matte gel from Golden to adhere the rice paper to the MDF board. Yes, Carmen, I cheated. I literally cheated an hour ago. Okay, while I was watching Tiffany's live stream. So this stamp as the MDF board, but that's okay because we're gonna cover all that up anyways. Don't mind my messy workstation. That's just how it is. I don't know why this isn't open. Uh-oh. I have another one. I knew I was missing something. Always. All right, so we're not going to use soft matte gel. We're going to use regular matte gel. And this one's a little more of a heavy body, but that's okay. So I'm just going to lay it down. Am I in close enough? I hope so. And my wheels of my chair, like, it's so loud. And I'm only going to do this, like, because the MDF board will soak this up super fast. I'm only going to do a little bit at a time and then lift it up. Let's see how far down I've gone. I hope everyone's enjoying the live stream so far. There's a ton of fabulous ladies that are doing some amazing projects today. I love how my live streams always talk about my nails and how I do things with them and how we always end up on conversations about nails. And to me, like, my nails have been long for so many years that I don't know, I don't notice that it's a thing. All right. This is gonna be forever. It's not. So, like Tiffany was saying, like, we really struggle in these, not struggle in a bad way, but it's a challenge in these live streams to create a mixed media piece in an hour. I quite enjoy the challenge of it, but we get a little nervous. All right, almost there, almost there. We have some fabulous, fabulous sponsors, and some amazing prizes. And please, because of what's going on in the world right now, we're not going to, please be patient if you're a winner with the companies and sending out your prize packs or whatever your prize may be. That includes businesses trying to get products out. So just keep that in mind. All right. Do I want to wrap that around? Or do I want to tear it off? I probably want to tear it off. Just make sure my edges are down. I feel like I'm doing my hair. Gotta get the edges down. All right, I think that's covered. Tear these edges off? No, I'm gonna wait till that dries a minute. I'm gonna set it aside and I'm gonna work on some of these chipboards. I think all the chipboards I'm using are from Creative Embellishments. I also have, like, this was an old piece from a project that I did before. I also have like some metal stuff. Like, I have bullet casings and buttons. Some actual clock parts, and these are some metal shavings. My son is he installs, so he's a pipe fitter, and he collects these. They're so sharp. He collects these metal shavings for me from work when he's cutting down pipes. So, all right, I am going to use, I can't even keep up with all the chat, and I'm so yes, the internet is being moody today for me too. I don't know why. With our live streams. Maybe, maybe not. All right, I am going to rust up a bunch of these. Let me zoom in a little bit. Sorry, I don't want to make you nauseous. And some of the chipboard I'm going to leave unfinished, as well as some of these metal, like these gears were buttons. I think they were buttons. But a lot of that I'm going to leave unfinished. So I have my Finnabair Rust Effect paste, and there's, away from, how do you keep the metal parts from your son away from rust? In all honesty, I have no idea how they don't rust. They're, I don't know. I've had, you know, and I slowly plug away at them, and they haven't rusted. Maybe because they've never gotten wet. I don't know, honestly. Okay, so a lot of people, they do their rust effect paste in different ways. I always lay my darkest color down first, and then I go in and I highlight with, I go with the red, and then I go in with the yellow. And I'm a big sucker for patina on rust, so I will then, as a finishing touch, add some of the patina effect paste, just to get like this effect, the patina effect. Duh. I don't even know my words. All right, I'm hum to myself probably, because that's what I always do. I sing to myself. I have in the description box a list of all of the participants today, and Barrett is your next. I have her linked down below as well, and she goes on right after me. I'm really trying to use up a lot of my stash. My studio is filled and filled and filled from years of collecting. I can't even say from using. It's in all honest collecting. Because, you know, you buy something because it looks really cool and you really like it, and you're like, oh, I know exactly what I can do with that, or I have something in mind for that, and then you don't get around to it. And so you end up collecting and hoarding your supplies, or at least I do. I'm not even gonna lie. Wow, I can't even open a package. And I don't know that I'm going to use all these gears, but I figure while I have them out, I might as well do them up. Excuse me. I don't know why my lighting is so bad right now. It's never this bad. Trying to see what everyone's chatting about. I should have done a lot more of these ahead of time. I obviously didn't cheat that much. And I'm not like being real careful about getting complete coverage, because if I don't get full coverage, I'm all right with that. I'll like the original piece underneath. Now I'm going to go in with the red And I don't, oh, nice big glob. I don't normally dry between layers because I think that the when the layer below it is still wet, it helps blend and kind of like melt the colors together. And no real rhyme or reason. I'm not particular about how much red rust is on there as opposed to how much brown rust. If some gets more, some gets less. Because natural rust is not perfect, which is what I love about it. And I'm just using these stencil brushes from Nicole's Craft Studio. We have I don't know where everyone's from. We have AC Moore here, and they were actually just going out of business. So they had like, you know, an everything must go kind of sale. And I got these brushes for like 20 cents a piece. So, of course, I had to buy every single one that was on the shelf. And they're, you know, for 20 cents a piece, if I don't wash them right away, no big deal. Which I try to, but, you know, who am I kidding? I really don't. All right, now the orange is on. Orange. I don't even know where I got that from. Oh, I wish we had good weather today. It's rainy and gloomy, and I bet you that's why my lighting is off, because there's no sunshine, like zero. So, and unlike Tiffany, she doesn't like a lot of yellow in her rust. I do. I don't want it, you know, the whole thing to look like mustard, but I do like a lot of yellow in my rust. All right. So easy. Just kind of pounce it on there. If there's a problem with the connection, possibly back out and come back in. Are on YouTube, not just us live streaming, but I think a lot of people are using YouTube, and that really throws everything off for the day for connections. Now I'm going to go in with some of this blue patina and pick up the yellow while I'm at it. Patina. Almost done with this part. And then honestly, a lot of what my piece is going to be today is going to be assemblage, because we already have basically a whole background. So that's a bonus. So I'm just going to mix a little of the yellow rust paste and the blue to make a green, just to add another color to the rust. Almost done, almost done. And then I'm going to let these dry naturally, which rust paste doesn't, at least in my opinion, it doesn't take long to dry. I feel like it dries pretty fast. So that's a bonus. All right. I'm going to set those aside. But they're so, oh, I just love it. I love those colors. All right. I got the brushes at AC Moore when they were going out of business. I don't know if you have one locally and if it's still open or not, but that's where I got mine. I don't think they're doing online sales anymore. All right, so I have holes in here in my MDF board up top because I'm going to add a hanger to it. And I'm just going to cut off I put my blade in wrong on the other one. I was like, why is it not going on my finger right? And if this doesn't cut off perfect, that's fine with me too, because we're gonna rough up the edges anyways. I hope I'm doing great on time. I'm like, 20 minutes in, 20 minutes in. All right, I'm gonna quick dry this just a little bit with my heat tool, and I'll back you out. All right, I have some cheap black acrylic paint. When I use black acrylic paint, I like the cheap stuff because it's matte and a little bit goes a long way. So I have these by like the jugs full. Wow, that was way too much. I definitely don't need that much. I'm gonna use, if I can find it, a makeup sponge, and I'm gonna ink up the edges so we can kind of blend in where that paper didn't meet. And then, like, can't even tell that it didn't match up. Oh, I got a big hunk of rust paste on there. Where did that come from? And then this way too, it gives your piece a frame. If you follow me, you know I have a thing for frames on framing pieces. And I chose black because then it will tie in the little bit of black that's in the piece as well on the rice paper. There is a lot of browns and rusty colors going on, so I thought black would help it stand out a little bit more. Sorry, I'm trying to play catch up on the chat. I don't think we'll ever, whoever's streaming, like, I don't think we'll ever be able to fully pay attention to the chats. Even when I'm chatting or live streaming on my channel, just for a normal live stream, not even for an event, I struggle with conversation. And I think because we get so focused on what we're doing that we're like, oh, you have to look at something else. All right, and I'm going to bring a little of the black in the piece lightly. Excuse me. I don't like those harsh lines from the makeup sponge, so we'll just smooth them out with our finger. Because if you can't get paint on yourself, then are you really an artist? Or if you're afraid to get dirty? I think that's one of the best parts of it. All right. think I'm happy with that. I'm going to dry this up, this paint. Journal's on the other side of my studio. And apparently my arms aren't that long. Okay, dry over here. Okay. How many projects can you do in one live stream in an hour? I don't like to waste anything. So throwing that extra paint in my journal. All right, random piece of washi tape. Now I think we're gonna start assembling. Yeah. So let me get all my pieces. I'm going to be using Fabri-Tac from Beacon because, in all honesty, it's one of my favorite adhesives to use. I use it for metal, I use it for wood, I use it for paper. Can stick, can be stuck. I kind of have an idea of where I want the pieces. But yes, Cynthia, this copy paper that I painted my gears on, I will probably use that either in a journal page, an art tag. That definitely won't go to waste. And now it's gonna look like I'm kung fu fighting because this does get stringy. So I'm just fighting with the give me something heavy. Oh, I have a lotion. Why not? So I love this image. I absolutely love this image. For me, the coral didn't work with, this coral up here didn't work with, I guess, what I was going for. So I'm going to cover that up with some gears. And Creative Embellishments chipboards are very light. They're very sturdy, but they're not super heavy. So you really don't need a whole lot of adhesive to attach their, oh, yummy, to attach their chipboards to whatever project you're working on. Ah. Whoa. Take it easy, Nelly. You don't need that much glue. Nothing like a fresh bottle of glue. What to use, what to use. Like, I have an idea of some things are going where, but not everything. And I love my reverse tweezers. I have a million pair of them. Uh-oh. I'm missing one. I thought I made another one. I guess not. So we're going to work with two up here. Yes, Karen, Fabri-Tac holds metal. I've never had a problem with using Fabri-Tac and it coming off, any metal pieces coming off. I I did a couple pieces with some old silverware that I had, and I attached them with Fabri-Tac and they stayed. How are we doing on time? 30 minutes. 30 minutes. We can do this. Maybe, maybe not. This is one of the hardest parts for me, is figuring out what piece is going to go where. And Sharon, I've never added acetone to Fabri-Tac. Maybe because I use it so much that I don't give it a chance to dry up. But I don't see why adding acetone wouldn't work. So many options. And I like to layer my gears when I'm putting them down. They don't always necessarily have to line up, like if they're working, but I like to layer them on top of each other. How long did they release the rice paper? I don't, in all honesty, I don't remember when and such date, but to be honest, I don't remember when they did. And I can't remember if this is a recent order for me or if I've had it a little while. I hate, uh-oh, excuse me, you don't belong there, glue. That's all right. We're just gonna put a gear there then. You want to add glue for me? Sure. I'll fix you up. Get some of my other gears out here, ones that aren't painted. I don't know. I don't know if I don't think I like them not painted. I guess I don't. There's that other one I was looking for. It did look like Mickey Mouse, that one, didn't it? And remember to come back after the live streams and add a comment to the videos, to the replays. That way we can pick our prizes from there. So, did you guys already talk about where everyone was from? So it's one cohesive piece. So don't just look like random bits hanging out. Yeah, a little too much glue. Maybe I should have rusted a few more, huh? You know what though? I have lots of gears that are metal. All right, sorry. And I have these watch parts as well. Yeah, we have some nasty storms right now. It's been storming all day. Thunderstorms, which is nice, but makes for a gloomy day at the end of the day. I like using the real clock parts. I like making my own, you know, my own rusty stuff as well, but there's another watch part, clock part. I feel like adding the real elements kind of tie in everything. It looks a little, it looks realistic, but then it looks fantasy-ish. How much time do we have? 20 minutes. Ah, where did the time go? So fast. I really want to add this one, but I don't know where to put it. That works. That works for me. It's like when you start getting down to the wire, you're like, oh my gosh, I'm almost out of time. I'm almost out of time. Excuse me. No, that one's not the shape I'm looking for. I thought I was gonna add some of these bullet casings, but I don't know. I'm not feeling them. That one's silver, so I don't want that one. Thank you, everyone, for all your kind words. A lot of times you have an idea in your head and you swear, you know what you're doing and how it's going to go. And then it just kind of does whatever it wants to. I've always said that art creates itself and I'm just a vessel to, get it out. And I don't know. I always feel like it does it itself. I gotta build these up, I think. Excuse me. And one thing I love about, and I might have said this already, but I'll say it a million times. One thing I love about the rice papers is it's an instant background. A lot of times backgrounds are one of the hardest things for people to focus on, especially when you're working on a large piece. And to have something that has an instant background that you can just build from is always a big help. It really is. Ah, dropping things. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I give up. Yes, Nuneka, you are correct. I know it's hard. A lot of people are afraid to get packages. A lot of people can't leave their house. But for those who, um, the where am I going with that? The companies that are still, excuse me, working behind the scenes. I think everyone should always support them, especially at a time like this. I know myself, as a full-time artist, my sales have gone down big time. I had a lot of art shows and, um, yeah, a lot of shows that have been canceled. Um, so that's money out of my pocket. My online sales have been a little slower as well because of some people not wanting to get packages in the mail. Um, so, you know, we don't make millions off of YouTube, but that's about the only income I have at the moment. So we make it work. We make it work. How much time do we have? 15 minutes. Where did the time go? I feel like I have to use every last one of these. I know I don't, but I don't want to use this one because it's cool, but I don't really like the shape of it. No, we're going to leave that one off. And let's connect these two, I think. And then we're almost done. I don't know where I was going with that one. Right there. Maybe. Maybe not, but that's where it is now. Yes, Nuneka, it definitely was. I'm still doing one-on-one online classes, personal one-on-ones, but group classes, not happening, unfortunately. I really thought I was going to use that. Oh, the little metal sprays. Throw some of them in there since we have a little time. Before I add those, I'm going to close up my glue because I tend to forget to do that. And I'm going to add the hanger a while. I just have a piece of teal silk that I'm going to feed through. And look at that bad boy sticking out. Fix that then. Now I got to lift this up and hope everything doesn't move. Normally I would wait till it was a little more dry and flip it over, but we're not going to do that today. Different pair of reverse tweezers. Carol, I don't know if you were here earlier or not when I said what they were. These springy things are shards from, he installs commercial sprinkler systems in buildings. And when he is cutting down metal pipe, these metal shards happen. And so, not every day, but some days he scoops them up and brings them to me. I'm just going to tie this off. Knots are not easy. All right. Then how high do I want to knot? Not too much. The clock is ticking. The clock is ticking. And again, excuse me, remember to come back after the streams are over and comment on the replay of the video so you can have your chance to win one of the awesome prizes. All right, I gotta glue this little corner down because that's gonna annoy me. Oh, thank you so much, Wendy. All right, we're gonna use the little springy things, and I'm gonna use my golden matte gel medium, my handy dandy tweezers. Remember, while you're on the hop, not that it's obligated, but it's just nice to do, to make sure to comment and like and subscribe to the channels. It always, we enjoy it. We appreciate it. Just clean that up a little bit. Ugh. All right, find a better hole. No. Maybe they won't be going in here. You know what? They'll fit down here. There we go. Let me try and zoom in a little bit. I'm sorry to make you dizzy. I would have liked to spread these throughout the whole piece, but you know what? Even if I can only get them in a little spot, I'll be happy with that. A little here, a little there. Let me get one up close here. I'll show you a couple of them up close. They're so cool. All right, we have 10 minutes and we're just about done. Barrett is your next step, and I have the link to her channel in my description box. So when we're all done here with me, and for, you know, hanging along during this live stream, it's a rough time for, and I think it's nice that we can all get together, even if we're not in the same room. You know, we can all get together and have a good time, have good conversations, and just try and forget about, you know, things that are going on right now and just have a good time. So I do appreciate everyone for being here. I think I said that already. I'll say it again and again and again. And once this is all dry, I will have pictures on my Instagram and Facebook. Once it's all dry and I can get this. It might not be until tomorrow when this ugly rain weather goes away, but we'll see. We'll see. With pieces like this, I like to take them outside and get a natural light photo of them, as opposed to using my light box and setting up a picture, because I don't know, I feel like you can catch better lighting with all of it outside. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. See, you can create art in an hour. You might go a little crazy while you're doing it, but it can be done. It can be done. I did think that I was going around the edges of this piece, but I think the rust on the gears is enough to that one came out, is enough to speak for themselves. I think now if I add rust to the edges of the piece that it will just take away from the rust on the gears, because I wanted them to be the focus. All right, yes, in an hour. Boy, an hour goes by. Okay, so you freak out because you have an hour. You only have an hour. But then before you know it, an hour is gone. And you're like, oh my gosh, where did the time go? Do I add more? I just love these so much. And I don't use them nearly as much as I would like to. Little here, little there. Again, thank you everyone for watching, and don't forget to check out the sponsors. No, I'm sorry. You can find the full lineup and the sponsors on the YouTube event page. The link is below. Barrett is your next stop, and yeah, in the chat and who are in the event, what are you, I'm going to take a note out of Tiffany's page. What are you guys creating up onto, you know, what's going to be on your channel today? See, just when I think I know where something's going, I don't. And then sometimes I struggle with adding too much. That happens very easily. I don't know when. After this one, I'm going to stop. I'm going to leave it. And that's going to be it. Yay. I'm really happy with how that came out. Very much. Let me zoom out a little bit. Make you dizzy again. All right. Happy, happy, happy. As soon as it dries, like I said, I will get some decent pictures. And I will have a link in the description box to those as well. Thank you again, everyone, for hanging out. And let's head over to Barrett's channel. Her link is in the description box below. And see what fun she's got ready, waiting for us. I never clean up right away. Look, I'm putting on a show for you guys. I have my studio in order. No, I definitely don't. Thanks, guys. I will catch you over on Barrett's channel. Thanks for watching.